was a coward. Being strong, not giving up. It was just his place to hide. He pushed away the pain so hard, he disconnected himself from the person he loved the most. Sometimes when you win, you lose.
Dealt with that. Oh, and again, no. Oh, yeah, experience. Right. A corpse. Some regular clothing instead of whatever the hell I've got on. Some shoes. No, I think I look like it. Better than looking like some weird ass person. Oh shit, did they change the effects or something? Ew, look at my arms. Okay, note to self, do not wear armor which has no sleeves. I've never noticed that in this game before, unless that's somehow a bug with this mod. I don't know. You'll hear every so often I'm opening a bowl, I'm taking a drink. Oh, for anyone this far into the video, thank you for watching and for staying this long and actually watching the video. Yes, I do not upload as much these days, and it's because I can't really find content that I want to upload, because it just seems like all things that are coming out lately are just flaccid penises. Yes, I say it like that, it pretty much is. It explains everything. Most recent games what come out for this company, Bethesda, they're probably all going to be shit, because Fallout 4 was. And if it was up to me, I would get my money back, but I already spent over 5 hours. Of course, because, well, you have to experience a long, lengthy game like that before knowing that it's shit or not. What is this? Huh. No, what is it, like 2 hours or something like that? Yeah, I think it's like 2 hours before you could... If you spend more than 2 hours in a game, you can't return it. Which is kind of stupid. You know, you can't really experience a game in 2 hours, especially a game like this. Most getting into the game of this time. Flame light. You spend like probably 2 hours just doing like the first part of the game. Use a trap to the advantage by your advantage. Wait, why? Oh, nice. Choose mana. Oh, ambrosia. Yeah, gives me that. Flash again. Disgusting. Coin. What's this way? If I don't need to go that way, what? Oh, you stupid idiot. That was funny. Trouble for it. I miss doing that to NPCs in this game. Or just, yeah, it's funny. Ooh, I like that. Oh, no, I wanted that. Don't want your bow. Where is it? There we go. That looks a lot better. Looks a lot better. To award people for doing this sort of stuff. Oh. Nice. Stuff of flames. What was that other thing? Where is it? This. Already know it, apparently. And some fire mat. I think I'm gonna do more of lightning. I haven't really focused on lightning ever. I've always done like fire, which is, yeah. Let's see what we got. Myself forward. Oh. Like I said, it's going to be laggy in some parts like this. I have no clue why. Guess there's so much going on that it does it. Absorbs health. Ooh, that was kind of cool. Let's get. That's the one. Yeah, favourite. That's a lethal combination. I should do this, shouldn't I? See if we can learn some more things. So I just leveled up and I've probably got things that I can learn. So I'm guessing this is like light armor. I don't know. Didn't I already do this? I can't. I guess I've already learned what I can learn with that. Yeah, I've used all the points then. Go back. Those ones are the dead who have been. Damn. Can I get up there somehow? So, let's get down. God damn. I need a pigeon, calm down. where did that even go? What's that? Feathers. Give me all the feathers. I could just use this. Yeah, shit. Oh shit. I think he's dead. Oh, empty. Pelts. I wonder if I can make stuff with pelts. I don't know. Try all them. Check what this is. What's this? X marks the spot. Oh, something. Weird. Well, that was... Oh shit. And a skull. Oh, I don't want a skull. That's fine. Alright. Burn you. A bit of crab. Oh, well, I guess not. What was that one I just picked up? Heavy armor. Well, this fireplace is not wet, so... Ow! I wonder if I can like shock the wall and it shocks everyone who's in it. That's probably not a thing. Down there.
Now would you look at that? I knew I'd seen someone scrambling in the mountains. What brings you here, my sir?
That's a long story.
Who am I? Findelires, apothecarius by my path. Pleased to meet you. And you are at Sun Coast, in the south of Enderal. Where are you from? But wait, don't tell me. I know that accent. Nerim, isn't it?
There we go. Everything's locked up. At least for the night we should. Wait a second. Who's that?
Just an adventurer on his way. No reason to worry.
No reason to worry? For heck's sake, Finn. How do you know that this guy isn't with the bandits? You said you'd call me if anyone showed up. And now you're standing here, having a chat with him as if this were the bathing house of Ark.
Lo and behold, we are still alive. Now, is there anything else, Carbos?
I've got my eye on you. Touch any of our stuff, and you'll regret it. Unbelievable.
May I present Carbos, as he lives and breathes. Sorry about that just now. That's just how he is. In any case, if you don't need any more help, I'd suggest you move on. Follow the way east behind the dam house. It'll lead you to a village called Riverville. Ah, and here, take this. Truth be told, you don't look so healthy. Your eyes... well, whatever.
That's it for now. Thanks for your help. What about me?
There's something peculiar about you. I don't know how else to say it. I would examine you myself, but we don't have the right equipment with us. So if I were you, I'd ask a priest in Riverville to have a look at you. Who knows? Maybe you caught something in that temple.
Well, okay then. Can I try some goods with you? I found some things.
Yeah, why not? Show me what you've got. Maybe I have some things you can use.
Well, brochure. Could always use that. Get rid of that. Well, I'm never going to use that. I don't know what that's for. Nails, saw. You know what? Most of this stuff is normally like. Yeah, I use it. I don't think I need anything else. That's it for now. Knowledge. You said you were in a prophecy by path. What do you mean by...
By the Black Guardian. You really are an outlander, aren't you? My path is... well, it's just me path.
Okay.
My role designated to me by Malthus. A kind of calling, if you will.
A role designated by Malthus. You mean the god...
Not exactly. Malthus designates our place in society, generally the same one our fathers and forefathers occupied. I walk the path of the erudites, and there's also the manufacturers, the sublimes, and, of course, the pathless. Within these roles we are free to choose a profession, but certain vocations that are available to an erudite are not permitted to a manufacturer, which is one path below. However, below does not mean that it is in any way inferior. Everyone on Enderal does what they do best, and who would know better than the gods what exactly that is?
But you...
In the folly of my youth, I might have thought about it, yes. But then I realised that half of what goes wrong in this world has to do with the desire to advance. I am interested in living the righteous path and to contribute to the preservation of my people. That's enough for me, and only the faithful will be granted the eternal paths upon death.
Who are these?
Men or women who have never received the path consecration, or those who have broken their path. Brigands, glimmer dust smugglers, murderers. Well, you know.
In their there's room. Well, I don't want to say that. Just
Well, I didn't come up with it.
Can you tell me more about this?
Well, what can I tell you? This is the Sun Coast, in the south of Enderal. A pretty peaceful area, except for all the animals and bandits that have recently started going crazy. And, well, that's pretty much it. I think you should ask the people in Riverville if you want to know more. They certainly have some stories to tell. To an adventurer? If you ask me, what you need before you adventure anywhere is some good old-fashioned shut-eye. But yes, there are some places. The Three River Watch, for example, right there below the stone arch. It was once an old trading post, but now it's full of shady characters. Ah, and there's also a big Pyrian ruin south of it. Don't mention it. I wish you a quick recovery and safe roads. Walk blessed. Carbos, do we need the still tomorrow? Or can I clean all the tools?
Blazes, Finn, I'm playing. Don't bother me.
I guess that means no.
Oh God, what the hell?
By the righteous path? What happened to you? You look as if you've met the Black Guardian himself.
This kind of fever, do you have...
Fever? Well, there could be many causes. Wait a moment. I think I still have some grunt root. That should be enough to ease your pain, at least for now. Take a seat at the fire. The warmth might help you.
Oh, so now we're brewing potions for complete strangers.
Well, if the strangers are about to die of fever, then yes. There was that oath we swore once, remember? To help the afflicted, to...
Whatever.
Thank you. Gruntroods, Gruntroods. Ah, here we go.
Can't focus.
So, let's see. Sheer cup, some water. Ha! Done. I can't make any promises,
Shit.
but...
Finn, the still.
Explosion. I'm not sure.
Oh, that'd be great, wouldn't it?
Ha ha. Do something, damn it! Do something! Oh.
The hell?
Oh, sod it.
Do I really have to watch every step you take? That was a fucking close call.
Hey, I'm sorry, all right. We'll pick up a new one in Ark.
Yeah, and you're paying for it. Here I thought this bloody day couldn't get any worse.
This day isn't getting any better. Here, drink this. It'll help you. See, you already look a lot better. Still, you should let a priest take a look at that fever as soon as possible. The grunt root potion will wane in a few days.
Thanks, but what in blazes just happened there?
What? You mean the still? Bad quality. And too much heat, I'd wager. But, whatever will be, will be.
But the explosion, the voices, they were yours.
Explosion? I'm not sure I follow.
great, wouldn't it? Finn Dalaris. Died in 8234. Cause of death, exploding still.
Ha ha. Look, I really don't know what you're talking about. Maybe...
Wait a second. What was that? I could have sworn I saw something moving over there. Oh, shit!
What the? Carbos!
They've hit me, Finn. Those bastards. They've hit me.
Carbos, do something, damn it! Do something!
Well. Get him.
Now would you look at that?
Oh.
Our mysterious survivor has awoken.
Hi? What? Where am I? Who are you?
Jaspar Matumiel Delveric. Jaspar for short. And you, my friend, are in my very own campsite. And before you ask, yes, the bandits killed both of the apothecary.
Oh, right.
The only reason you're still alive is that the impact of the explosion threw you right into a thicket. Luckily enough, most of your injuries are only superficial, and I've already taken care of them. Your fever, though, is an entirely different story.
My fever, do you know anything about
Yep,
it?
quite a lot, actually. You're suffering from first-degree Arcanist's fever. I'm quite surprised that the old apothecarius didn't see that, to be honest. You're suddenly capable of doing things you previously knew only from the bard songs, right? And you're feeling unusually strong and dizzy at the same time? While drinking herbal potions leaves a, well, kind of a bitter feeling in your head?
It does, yes. Then this arcane fever is responsible for these things? Again.
Yep. Your magical talent has broken free inside you. I don't have any myself, but I've worked together with enough arcanists to know the signs. Simply put, what's happening is that your body can't cope with the magic.
Oh, that's great.
This isn't much of a problem at first, but if you don't do anything about it within the next couple of months, you'll find yourself running through the heartland naked, throwing fireballs at everything that moves. You'll lose your mind, to speak plain and all.
What? Okay, but the fever can be treated, right?
Yes, of course. Though someone who's magically gifted will always react differently to certain situations than someone who isn't. As I said, some herbs will always worsen your fever, as will magically contaminated areas.
So the fever gets worse, whatever
Among other things, yes. Just as being magically gifted can make a person powerful, it can also make them sensitive and prone to certain conditions. Just don't overdo it sleeping in ruins or in the wilderness. Instead, set up a camp somewhere. Plus, as you've already said yourself, don't overdo it with potions.
And what happens if I do these things? How does the fever affect me?
Well, that depends on how bad it gets. At first, you'll suffer these diffuse headaches from time to time. Then your sight will permanently blur. And then you'll suffer a case of acute death, so to speak. Yep. Everything has its price, as the wise hermit likes to say.
Well. And how can I treat it with this?
What? No. That won't help you in the long run. What you need is ambrosia, a special mixture of herbs that can remedy the fever without any side effects.
I took some of that.
Every good alchemist has that in stock, but it'll cost you.
Yeah, I've seen. And what about these visions?
Visions?
Well, that's what I call them. I've had these kind of...
No. Well, none that I know of. The only visions I ever had were those that come along with a good pipe of peaceweed.
Oh,
You know what? Someone has to take care of your fever. And as it happens, I know someone who could. But in return, I want you to tell me everything. How did you get here? And what did you do in that temple? And what exactly did you see in those visions? I can't put my finger on it, but there's something strange about you, and that makes me curious. So, healing for information. What do you say?
Healing for information, agreed. Tell Jesper about what
Then shoot. I'm eager to listen. I understand. My condolences for your loss. So that means you somehow survived this execution.
Yeah.
And before you got washed ashore, you had this, this dream? In which you saw burnt bodies and a blinding light.
Yeah. Yes, but... Oh god, it's really early here, by the way. I just got up not that long ago. Yes, but it wasn't just a dream, it was more like a memory. The temple I saw in it was exactly the same as the one in the valley. Do you know what?
I hope so. So your magical outburst didn't happen slowly as it usually does, but all of a sudden after this near-death experience.
Oh, really?
And with it came these visions.
Surprised it didn't rip me a new one.
Interesting. I guess you know how absurd all this must sound, but somehow I believe you. Heck knows why, but I do. So, that means I'll introduce you to my employer. If anyone can help you, it's him. There is, however, one thing with which I could use a hand. The sooner we get that done, the sooner we can start our journey to Ark.
What exactly is...
Ark? The capital of this country?
Oh.
Walls high as towers of iron-hard stone, rest alone in the mountains in granite enthroned, never decaying, the ages surveying, guarded by the Lord, and blah 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 blah, and so on and so forth. If you plan on staying in this land, sooner or later you'll see it with your own eyes.
Okay. Okay then, I'll help you. The faster I get rid of this fever, the better.
Splendid. There are some things that need some explanation before we can get started, however. Where should I start? I take it you've noticed that in the past 2.5 years, this world has fallen into political chaos, right?
Yeah.
Civil wars, usurpers everywhere.
Yeah, I'm just,
You name it. And even though Enderal isn't directly affected by these wars going on everywhere, there are strange things happening here too. Take the Woods-Ears, for example. There have been an unusual number of reports of wanderers being attacked by them in the open, which has never happened before. And the same goes for the Lost Ones, the living dead.
I best, eat some food.
Until 2 years ago, they were a rather rare magical phenomenon. But now every other corpse not properly cremated starts walking again as if it were the most natural thing to do.
Oh.
The strangest thing, however, is what they call the Red Madness.
Do you think this chaos could be in any way related to the rumours about the Lightborn's death everyone in their own talks about?
Yeah, the rumors. I've heard them too. And I could indeed imagine that they're true. And that there's a connection, yes.
And you actually believe that someone did kill the Lightborn?
As I said, maybe. If you ask me, the Lightborn were never more than false gods anyway.
Wow. And here I thought...
Well, they usually leave the thinking to their holy order. And they, of course, deny everything. Even to talk about it as we're doing is considered a crime.
Oh.
But as much as I hate to say it, maybe it's better this way. At least for now. A spiritual crisis is the last thing this country needs at the moment.
Here I thought the Enderal...
Please, don't take me as an example. I've seen that a long life is only one of the things powerful magic can achieve. And this whole false deity theory isn't that new, after all. And seriously, let's say the Lightborn really are as mighty and omnipresent as the revelations say they are. Wouldn't they have the power to magically smite me here and now for my insolence? The Lightborn were just powerful kings, No more, no less. But that's just how I see it. I hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Far from it. No sweat. Let's just say I have my opinion and you have your...
Splendid. You never know. But we're digressing.
True, you mentioned something about the Red Man.
Yeah. It's some kind of mental illness that makes people lose their minds. Just a couple of weeks ago, for instance, there was a smith in Ark who slaughtered his entire family. He was drunk, but that doesn't explain why he screamed things like, "Fear the light," while he was doing it. Or a young noblewoman who killed herself by setting her family estate on fire for no apparent reason.
What the fuck?
Now, you might say that these kinds of things happen, but by now there have been more than a dozen of them. That and the fact that the possessed's eyes glow red shortly before and during their deed has made people call it the Red Madness. And just 3 days ago it happened again. Only this time it was a magister from within the Holy Order itself. Right, you're not from here. A magister's a kind of sage from the Holy Order, who teaches the young novices who are aspiring to become keepers or arcanists. Yarrow was his name, a man who had more than 60 winners on his back.
Oh shit. What did he do?
He killed 15 novices and himself. According to the only eyewitness to survive, he entered the teaching room as usual to give a lecture on alchemy. But instead, he gave a strange speech in which he explained that humanity is corrupt, void, as he put it. Then his eyes started glowing, he locked the door, and... well, he tore himself apart with a magical explosion. You can imagine the kind of uproar that caused.
Yeah. So what's your role in all this? You said you work... Oh yeah. Oh, you work for the Order. But I take it...
Well, I'm not exactly one for vows and austerity, so no, I'm no keeper. I guess you could say my specialty is recovering things that have been lost. Treasures, tomes, memories, and the like. And the Order hired me to do exactly that. They want to know how a highly intelligent man like Yarrow could fall victim to the Red Madness. And also if there's a discernible pattern to how this malady, or whatever it is, chooses its victims.
In other words, you're searching for this... How could I help you with that? I don't know anything about Europe. About this Europe...
True, but that's irrelevant. Yarrow grew up in a small village named Riverville, which isn't far from here. And according to some of the other wardens, he visited this area quite often after his partner's death. So it's quite possible we could find some clues around here. Shards of his past, if you like. I've already searched most of the area, but a second pair of eyes wouldn't hurt. What do you think?
Sound like a plan. Where should I
Well,
start?
for starters, I need you to travel to Riverville and talk to an old man named Alfred. He was a childhood friend of Yarrow's, and he might be able to tell us something worthwhile. Secondly, a boy from the village told me that he saw Yarrow throw something into the water near a cliff to the east. Go there and see if you can find whatever it was he wanted to get rid of. I myself will have a look at the house Yarrow grew up in. Here, this is a map of the region. The blue dot over here is Yarrow's old house. And at the risk of sounding heartless, you should head back to the apothecary's camp. Maybe the bandits left behind some equipment. If there's nothing else, I'd say off we go. Let's shed some light on this Yarrow and his motivations. Meet me at his old house when you're ready. I'll be waiting there.
Alright. If I quest is marked by one of more stars than... Oh, so 4 is hard. Okay. Right. Well, I think for now, I'm gonna, because this is kind of a standstill moment of where I could go. I'm gonna end this part just in case my hard drive decides, oh, I just want to fill up. I'm gonna end it here and then move it to a different drive and then restart. So until then, thanks for watching, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.